Hello there, and welcome back to MetaMystic with me, Alura. I'm so glad you're here, and I trust this divine guidance will reveal subtle clues for the week that lies ahead. Today, we're going to turn to something a little bit different than the tarot readings that I usually do, the crystal ball. My very first YouTube post back in 2013 was actually me using a crystal ball for scrying. It was a humbling start, but here I am years later, just listening to the whispers behind the glass and the steam of possibility. So all the readings that I share here on my channel, Instagram, and TikTok as well, along with other insights, are ones that I offer on my website. I hope you'll check them out. I have a very large variety of services, and I especially love the ones under my monthly favorites page. I love mixing things up, keeping it fresh, uplifting, so that we can keep diving into new, meaningful perspectives each and every week. So the universe speaks through the sphere and through the gift of clairvoyance. I'm going to take a glimpse at what the future might hold for you. As these images are revealed, I want you to listen for the subtle whispers of guidance that accompany these visuals. Let them anchor you in trust and invite you into taking practical steps aligned with your highest good. If a particular image resonates, regard it as a prompt to lean into that area with courage and clarity for the week ahead. Now, in the images that I saw in the crystal ball, as I did this prior to coming on, I did see a shifting, crackling glass landscape, sturdy old pillar tilting, cracking and then being rebuilt. There was a river curving around a new path with obstacles, a sunrise over a rocky shoreline, signaling a fresh start. Then I saw a rising ladder with a missing or reappearing ring, at crossroads with multiple signposts, clock and compasses spinning, and then I saw like a blueprint. I also saw a brief figure appearing. Let's start with career. That your long-term plans and stability may feel unsettled. You might sense shifts away from a traditional path or confront conflicts about direction within the team. The guidance here is to reevaluate your long-term plans, diversify your skills, and consider options that are sustainable and ethically aligned rather than chasing quick gains. Build your professional network, document succession plans, and craft up a backup plan with a financial buffer to cushion your transitions, okay? Signals you might notice include delays in promotions, a job that doesn't really feel secure, or projects that no longer match reality. These are invitations from the universe to recalibrate rather than go to dead ends. And I say this because these days there are so many unethical things going on and trying to pull people in to go against their own morals, all in the name of making money. So never sell yourself short, okay? Now, when looking at finance and wealth scales, balancing unevenly and then finding balance, I saw coins, a chest of coins rolling into a steadier pile, a safe door that opened to reveal opportunity. I saw that in the crystal ball. Tide pulling back to reveal new harbor. I saw seeds sprouting into a small tree. So this means that your finances may reveal soft spots in stability, unplanned expenses, debt, or assets not behaving as expected. The security you anticipated could be slipping, calling you to tighten budgets and review long-term investments with a calm, clear eye. Prioritize clarity, okay, around ownership, especially wills and inheritance if relevant, and focus on debt reduction while building an emergency fund. Practical signals to watch for include family money disputes, a downturn in inherited wealth, or plans for a major purchase feeling a little premature. The guidance is to pursue sustainable wealth building and to seek guidance from a trusted financial partner who can help you charter a steadier course. Now, I offer financial advising on a psychic level, and I do know a financial advisor that I could also recommend who's very trustworthy too, if you want me to help you. Now, going into relationships and family, I saw in the crystal ball a family tree with bending or reconnecting branches. I saw two hands reaching across, widening a gap. I saw a circle of people forming and reforming. I saw a knot untangled or retied with fresh threads. I also saw a doorway with warm light, inviting dialogue, an open book or scroll with a new message. So what does this mean? In relationships, you're going to feel some tension around family, inheritance, or generational patterns. You could be trying to work from a distance to support others or get over conflicts or responsibilities that are tied to lineage or tradition. This is trying to tell you to have honest conversations about boundaries, obligations, and shared goals. Work on healing family dynamics and aligning values with actions, okay? If you're in a committed relationship, ensure that it rests on mutual security and a shared long-term vision. Practical signals include disagreements about money or traditions or pressure from family obligations. This means you have to redefine what legacy means in a way that sustains both love and responsibility. Now let's go into emotions and mindset. I saw a quiet lake in the crystal ball reflecting the sky and then rippling with calming. And then I saw a candle flame, wavering but steady. I also saw a spiral of fear and release. There were footprints in sand leading to the shore, and a shield softening into translucence. Now, this means emotionally that messages are pointing to insecurity and fears around scarcity or overemphasis on security at the expense of joy. You're going to wrestle with valuing over safety and spontaneity into emotional imbalance. Now, I want you to feel guided to cultivate grounding and go into a good mindset, distinguish between needs and wants, and practice gratitude for non-material wealth like having friends and health and good skills. Acknowledge your fears without letting them drive decisions. Pair them with practical plans and routines that steady your inner weather. Looking spiritually, the crystal ball showed me a beacon or lantern with darkness guiding over a traveler. I saw a seed growing in the plant or tree. I saw a bridge spanning between material and non-material values. I saw a statue transforming to reflect personal values, an open book or scroll with a message which seems to keep reappearing. So spiritually, this is trying to say we need to take a deeper look, re-examine what legacy and abundance truly mean. You may feel drawn to move away from conventional success toward a path that resonates more authentically for you, and to definitely align it with your own values. This is a call to explore a form of legacy that isn't about purely money or lineage. Consider stewardship, service, or mentorship that actually has a lasting impact to help you. You might notice signals such as disillusionment with material cycles, or curiosity with non-material forms, or abundance, or a desire to carve out your own path away from what everybody in your life expects of you. Now, as you hear these insights, I want you to use this reading as a wake-up call to reassess foundations rather than as a fixed verdict, okay? Ask yourself, what truly provides lasting security in your life beyond money? Which family or cultural patterns do you want to carry forward or release? And that's the most important thing, is that you're always staying true to yourself. People will put a lot of expectations on you, but remember that you probably put more expectations upon yourself than anybody else does, and you don't have to do what people want you to do or what you don't feel is right. You have to stay true to yourself and build for yourself for the future, because with all of these worries coming up about doing the right thing, about having enough for the future and trying to get somewhere in your life, that can be very overwhelming. It can lead into depression, patterns of overthinking and stress, and that is going to just deaden your motivation. That's why I suggested grounding. I'm really sorry I have to speak so quickly in these videos. I lose a lot of time while we're filming, and I just want to make sure that I get it all out there, and then I have to cut them super short for Instagram. But I hope that the message is very clear. The crystal ball is saying that it's time for a new path, a new start in your life, for your career. That's what's making you unhappy. You want more money, you want a new path, you want a new journey, but you're not sure what to do, and what you thought you want to do, you're not so sure that's what you wanted to do anymore. So stay true to what you are doing, because whatever you have is a gift. Whatever career you have is a gift. The people that you have in your life are a gift. Stop worrying so much about money and about getting somewhere, and start enjoying the things that matter, such as the people that God gave you, because the Lord says it's not about what you own. It's about the people that He gave to you in life to share your life with. And that is the most important thing. But also, don't allow those people to put tremendous amounts of pressure on you. And you don't have to pressure yourself. Go step by step. Work towards your career journey, building financial security, and doing the things that you need to do with peace, and using the serenity prayer, okay? Don't forget that serenity prayer, because it is so very, very important. Now, on an ending note, I just want to say that I, too, have been doing this job for a very long time. Everyone knows I'm so spiritually sensitive. I've tried to work outside the house so many times. Once I tried to waitress, and I had a vision of the guy's life and, dropped the food on him. I've tried to work at Sears. I've done, so many different odd and end goofy jobs, and it just doesn't work for me. I come home, shaking and a wreck, but I know even now, that I have to do something else. And so while many of you out there are unsure about your career paths, I'm starting a new one myself too. And I'm trying to, get fundraising to go back to school, not asking anyone, from my students or circle for anything, but just saying, and to try to get somewhere in and expanding, and that takes time, and you have to be patient with that process. The Lord gave me several different ideas for myself. I'm still kind of picking and choosing too, and I want to be sure with the one that I go with, but I'm not going to, stress myself out in the long run over it. I'm going to trust in that divine guidance. I'm going to go with the flow of the path, and I'm going to be thankful with whatever path I land on, because I know that it's going to provide sustainability, and that's the bottom line. Luxury, consumerism, it's being posted out there so much and flashed in front of people's faces that everybody feels like they have this need to keep up, and it's a shame because it takes away from the true value of life. Now, just to end the video, going out to the store, me and my kids were genuinely looking at Halloween decorations and having like a really good time doing so. But this one mother, she was with her little boy, and she's just, using her phone to stream, and the little boy's trying to get in on it and, share the moment with his mom picking out decorations. And it was all about showing off what she had, her decorations, and this image that she was trying to promote, out there to the crowd. And that's what I think is what the world is about mainly. And I think that gets to people, and I think it makes them feel like they have to drive even harder and quicker to keep up, and you don't, because the true value is in what you accomplish for yourself, how far you've come, not anybody else. And to always stay true to your morals and to be thankful for the life that you have. And if you're trying to break free of old generational patterns, maybe perhaps family members in your home weren't accustomed to working, or maybe they tried to push their career niche on you, then just remember your journey is the one that you have to live. You have to live your life, and you have to be happy with what you choose. And whatever God gives is always a gift as well on top of that too. It's a blessing. So good luck to all of you out there. Stay true, and wish me luck as well as I try to pursue a new career path for myself. I'll always do this because this is my heart. This is what I was born to do. But I have kids, and I have to do things, for them as well. So I'll trust in that process with serenity. Please, God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the wisdom to know the difference, because sometimes you're going to go out there and you're going to wish that you could do things now that aren't going to happen now. And you have to recognize that, you have to know that everything is going to come in due time. Realize what you can't do now, and just do what you can, and know that you'll get to the rest later. Okay. Good luck, everybody. I love you all so very much, and many blessings. Thank you for coming by. Hey there, it's me again, and I just wanted to say thanks again for being here with me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button. Don't forget, turn notifications on. My son was telling me just the other day that my videos never pop up for him, and I said, well, that's really weird. No, I'm your mom, you should be following me. And he says, I do, I'm subscribed. And I said, well, check your notifications. And when he did, he certainly didn't have his notification bell on. So I'm thinking that maybe even YouTube turns it off to try to silence certain people, or to make sure that people don't see their content. So make sure the bell is on, and I would love to hear what you think of this reading. Next week, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I hope to surprise you with something amazing. I thank you for coming by for this crystal ball scry, and don't forget, if you need any extra help, head over onto my website and message me there. I'm always available. It takes me about a day or two to return messages, and I'm always glad to hear from everyone and all. May God be with you.